All right, y'all, we ready, right?
Yep.
It's a brand new day. Hey. Wake up every morning and say, it's a brand new day. Hey. Take a good day, make it great, okay? Cause if you got some lemons, make some lemonade. Yeah, taste those clouds away. It's a brand new day. Hey. It's a brand new day.
Hello, and welcome
day.
to Women of
Okay,
Abundant
okay.
Wealth,
My whole
where we aspire women as well as inspire women to be healthy, wealthy, and whole in your soul. We are your hosts. I'm Kathy.
Shamila.
And I'm Lisa. And we're going to have girl talk before we introduce our special guest. Ladies, y'all ready for girl talk?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
What you want to talk about?
How was y'all's week?
Oh, my week was okay. It was good. It was busy, but it was good.
Can you elaborate more on it was busy, it was good?
Before or after the rain?
It don't matter, good, bad, or ugly. Just
one
do
day
it.
rain, right? One day it rained.
Oh, yeah, it rained.
Were you talking about like physical rain or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It rained last night too.
Oh, it was a good one. Like,
Yeah, a lot of thunder.
I think I got some rain in my house.
no,
Where it came from? I thought
Wow.
my dog peed on the floor. Window open. I took him. I said, "Look what you did." He was like,
Don't be blaming that
"Yeah,
on
my
me.
window was open."
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Yes.
other
It
than
was my
that,
dog.
the rain and busy, work.
You know what? I had a bad week.
Did you?
But I'm gonna say this because with me and like, you know, when you grow and you grow through certain things, we think that we shouldn't have bad days or bad weeks. But I did, and I broke down. And my friend was like, "You can cry. You know that, right? It's okay for you to cry. It's okay to have a bad day."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, because normally I hold things inside, and I feel like when you do that, and all of a sudden you explode. And I think that was like my week.
But you're human.
I cried
so you
like a
can
couple
do that.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I cried at work. Cried at home.
Okay.
I
Get
got
it out, get it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got it now.
That's good. My week started out a little shaky. I was a little upset because I had so many cases at work to work on. And I didn't look at the cases, so I just assumed that, I'm not going to get this done. So over the weekend, I prayed about it, and God put it in my spirit to talk to my supervisor. So I talked to her, and she gave me some guidance. Went back to my desk, looked at the cases. They wasn't bad at all. So I should have did that in the first place instead of allowing it to ruin my weekend.
Yeah, sometimes when you first see it, it looks overwhelming, but then you have to
that's
really
what
get
it
in
was.
there. Yeah.
Because I sent her a note and said, I'm overwhelmed.
Like, I don't even look at it. I just look at the sack and I see it overwhelming.
I mean, it can be overwhelming, but it could be a good thing. Mine was an increase and overwhelming.
Oh, I remember you saying
Yeah.
that. You showed me all of the
Yeah, all
things
of
that
my
you needed to
my inspections.
inspect. Yeah.
Yes,
But
Lord.
yeah, and that was a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good thing, but it was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
We asked God for increase. God gave
Be
me
careful what
increase.
you ask for.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to be ready for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was ready. I asked God for it.
You didn't know it was
But-
going to hit like that.
You know what I'm going And it's so hard to where I have to get an assistant and to do all of my data entry while I go out and do the field work.
Okay.
So that's the increase, and it became a little overwhelming until I found someone to help me. So I just pray that this person is gonna do the job right.
So is it going okay with the
We've
person?
only done one day
Okay.
of training,
Okay.
so hopefully she catches on and she likes it, and will stay with me on the ground floor.
Okay.
So
Okay, I got somebody for you if it don't work out.
okay, well, give them my number and tell them to reach out to me.
I'm already trying to get somebody else. Look at you.
Because you never know how much of an increase. And
Yeah.
from looking at my queue, God has really increased.
Oh, yeah, get that
And-
person ready then.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And so
definitely.
I wanted to have one person to start out, but I don't think that one person is gonna do because she's limited. So I am gonna need somebody that's gonna be committed to at least 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for right now, because the more I do, the more they do, and the more I
And
make,
we'll be
the
right
more
back.
we make.
Make it to make that moolah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, you need it.
We all give a little
I'm
bit.
a-
Right. Look, I might want to take that.
I'm a
that
application.
It's open.
Put me ahead of
Position is
hers.
open.
She,
The position is open. I guarantee it is. I promise you.
Yeah.
So if you want to, reach out to me. You got my number. We talk all the time. So whenever your days are available, we good. I got you.
Sounds good. You know what? I feel like Girl Talk is something that bonds our sisterhood. You know, it builds us in our sisterhood. So, you know, sharing what's going
Yeah.
on with us. Sometimes we can give advice. Sometimes we might need somebody just to listen, not always give advice.
Right. Amen.
Amen.
Listen. Oh God.
see,
That's Hannah Beyonce. The banana.
Beyonce.
Banana. I was singing one day, and one of my boys said, I said, one day I'm gonna have a contract. They said, mm-hmm. They
Oh,
gonna
you
put
can
a,
sing?
girl, they said they're gonna put a contract out on me for messing up the song. I said, Mama, no, just let it go.
Oh, you sing in the shower. That's
Girl, the
that's
shower
my
don't
kind of
even want me
Yeah,
singing.
mine too.
The
That
shower,
good in the
say
shower.
no.
Yeah.
The shower, say
Yeah, in the mornings I'll be just
Mm-mm.
singing my heart
contacts in the
out.
shower.
I think the only ears that love
Live
to hear me
performances.
sing is God's.
You said what?
The only ears that love to hear me sing,
It's God.
Oh, God. Oh,
God's
okay.
ears.
All right.
Y'all be like, mm-mm. Sister, we love you, but mm-mm.
Keep your day job.
Girl, yes.
Let it go.
Give me a night job. too.
That's why you
See
get
that
them
leg out there?
increases. That's why you get those increases because you got time to sing.
Amen.
That's
Praise
right.
God. You said that because I need it. Because singing ain't going to get it. Oh, singing ain't going to get it.
I love
But
it.
I tell you what will get it.
What would be it?
Giving God all praise. Yes. I just get tired sometimes. That's all.
What you get tired of?
People.
All right
Get
now.
tired of people.
Well, on that note, our guest is here, so we gonna cut down. We gonna cut down
We're
the
gonna take a commercial break and hear a word from our sponsor.
It's a
And
brand
we'll be
new
right back.
day, hey. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day, hey. Take a good day, make it great.
Welcome back. It is time to introduce our special guest, as I promised. Her name is Queen Kima. She is a multidisciplinary artist, director, performer, speaker, author, and business coach. She is the owner of Queendom Arts. Let's welcome Queen Kima.
Thank you. You can't forget minister of the gospel of Jesus. You know.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Thank you so much for having me, ladies.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
coming out and spending some time with us.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Oh,
Like the Oprah say, I'm glad to be seen.
I know, right?
Good to see you. Glad to
On
be
this
seen.
Glad to be seen, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's jump right on in. Queen Kima,
It's me.
can you give us some insight into your business, Queendom Arts?
Yes. So my company originally started as a production company. So I, for a long time, did consumer marketing consulting for larger firms.
Okay.
And then I started doing what is now considered experiential marketing. That wasn't a thing back when I started doing it. That's a new term. But I helped people throw events with purpose. So not just do an event, but like, what's your sales goal? What's your marketing goal? And do you have a business strategy around actually like hitting that goal through this event during, and post.
Okay.
And so I got a venue, and then my venue was booked out for the first 6 months right after I launched, and then COVID.
Wow.
COVID, yeah, COVID, COVID. So I had
So
to
how did that
pivot.
work with COVID? I mean,
I had to pivot. I am unashamed.
Oh, wow.
I cleaned houses. I did meal prep. I did whatever I needed
Tell
to
it.
do. And
Exactly.
people don't want to tell that part of the story, but
Yeah.
like I did what I needed
but that's
to do.
real, you know.
Yeah,
real talk.
because I was like, I mean, to be completely honest, I got to a place in my walk where I laughed. I said, all right, God, you got to have a plan because this crazy. This crazy. And I went through like a whole thing with the business partner, ended up being a creep and pulled out. And so my bills doubled, and then COVID. Because it's like I'm supposed to be splitting this business.
right.
with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
So needless to say, within 4 months, my savings was like
Depleted.
right? And I was proud of myself. I was in my early 20s,
Yeah.
or mid 20s, and I had a healthy savings, and I'm doing business, and then it was just like ground zero.
Yeah.
And so from there, I made a decision to I also during that season was also coming out of a domestic violence situation. So I'm actually a domestic violence survivor, and I'm very blessed because a lot of women, what they don't have is the support of that family.
Yeah.
So
So
that
right.
helped me because his family,
or they're afraid to tell the family.
exactly. So his family, his brother and his father, they actually stepped in and was like, leave her alone.
Exactly.
And so so it's like
That's
it was I know how
Many
blessed I
times
am.
the family will
Especially with
Yeah.
his family.
Exactly.
speaking
Yeah. I couldn't tell my family because then somebody's
See,
gonna
did
go
I just
crazy.
say you can't tell? Yeah.
My dad was out Dallas.
Yeah.
Somebody was gonna go crazy. So I was like, listen, we gotta find a solution here.
Yeah.
But I said that to say I had two choices in that moment of my life. And this shapes the trajectory of my career.
Okay.
Because it was like, okay, I can either like see this as rock bottom or see this as God wanted to rebuild me.
Yes.
And rebuild my foundation because my life was not founded
Yes.
on him. I grew up in church, but I had not had the revelation of Christ. And so my mindset and my heart posture wasn't committed the way I thought it was. Like most of us, we just we believe what we believe because this is how we were raised, and maybe we had a few emotional encounters with God,
Yeah.
but we don't have understanding.
Yes.
And so I recognized that I was in that place, and I had been trying to figure out like, okay, where am I going? And I had these pieces of vision for my life, but it's not cohesive.
Yeah.
And so I just committed to learning for like 2 years. I spent majority of COVID leading up to 2021 just learning more about business, more about myself, breaking a lot of mentality bondages and barriers that I had.
Yes.
And just really doing the work on myself, my heart work, mind work,
Yes.
and getting me together and not assuming that I know everything. I believe in being a lifelong learner. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, well, for me to be in this situation, I have gaps.
Yeah.
So let me figure out where my gaps are because I wasn't able to pivot or navigate these circumstances and it got me here.
Okay.
So how do I make decisions today for tomorrow to be prepared so that I'm not in this situation again?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so from there, that's how I started doing more full service consulting. And I was able to get my first 5-figure client.
Okay.
And then I did it 2 more times and I was like,
Yeah. You
and then I helped co-found a business, a co-working space that was downtown Dallas. And yeah, and so now what my company has evolved to answer your question, I have to give you background first. To answer your question, right now we are a full service consulting agency, a business development agency with a niche in sales, marketing, and growth. So what we do is we build sustainable growth models for small businesses. Our primary market are people who are career professionals looking to like start or scale a business, but they have some capital and healthy financials to be able to grow their business. And then we work with organizations that help the demographic that is not there. So people who are more in the idea startup stage or maybe have some financial barriers. So Dallas College is one of our clients and we're working to help build out some entrepreneur development systems for them. working alongside some resources within the city of Dallas to help Black people get more access to like contracts and understanding what it means to like be bonded and how to financially plan and all the things. So that's what we do now. Our motto is to listen well, serve well, and be the bridge. I have a personal mission in life to be a positive impact to people. So I'm not always trying to convert leads. I'm like, I want to know that we're being impactful. And I have people that try to work with me, but I'm like, if I don't see vision for what you're doing, I'm not going to just take your money. I have to be able to see vision for what you're doing so that I can build a strategy to get you there. And so that's what we do.
All right.
Yeah, that's honest, because some people will just
Take the money.
and do
run.
nothing. Yeah.
If you're one of those people, stop. These folks coming to me broken and traumatized, PTSD. We got to spend 3 months doing emotional work first before we can even get to business, because you just
So we gonna add therapists.
That's right.
I got resources for that. I got counselors, executive coaches that I work with, and it's like,
So you have to like, or do you ever have to send someone?
yeah, no, 100%.
Well, yeah, because that's trauma.
Because I'm there, but I'm not equipped to help you with that, nor is it advantageous for my time, because I'm a business consultant. So I can only empathize with you so far, but that's not my lane. But I do have a resource for you. I'm not gonna just pass you off to any old person. This is somebody that I work closely with, that I trust, and I trust you with. So.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
That's great. Okay, so what gave you the motivation to create Queendom Arts?
God tricked me. He tricked me into obedience.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how he did. That's how he deal with me. People. Everybody have a way that God deal with them.
Yes.
Mine is he tell me this, and then like when I go through the door, it's like, oh, what's behind that door. I was touring for music. And I was on a radio station. I was on a national radio station. I was doing like radio. I had a couple TV appearances and different things like that. I grew up doing Dallas Black Academy with Dr. King. Yeah, and the lady was like, yeah, so what can we expect from you? And I was like, yeah, I'll be launching my business December of this year. And that was 2017. And like my best friend texted me while I was doing the interview. She's like, what? Question mark. I was like, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that.
I'll give her some context.
Yeah. I was like, I guess I gotta do it now. So I have been doing independent consulting for a few years. And so it was like just doing the same thing, but for myself. Because I actually sold myself out of a job that year. I was so good at my job that they closed our department.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like, thank you. This was back when you had to get a contract with Amazon. Now they'll let anybody sell on Amazon, which is crazy. But yeah, back then you had to actually secure a contract with Amazon. And they, girl. Okay. Don't get scammed. Don't get scammed on Amazon.
Oh, wow. Amazon's scammed.
Not Amazon. People, it's just the vetting process is very light now to sell. So any and everything can be on there. Yeah, but that was my inspiration. It wasn't my idea. It wasn't my idea. That's probably why I said it's pure.
Download. Follow through.
That's the only reason why it's pure. God can use it for His purpose, because I don't have an agenda. Like I don't have a personal agenda attached to my business to where I'm able to be obedient. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's the obedience is the key.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so what's the main goal you want to achieve when it comes to coaching someone?
My main goal is to teach people how to apply and follow through. So I feel like visionaries are really good at coming up with ideas, but people don't know how to implement. They don't know how to implement. And so my goal is always to, one, determine whether or not you're equipped to be a CEO.
Okay.
Because not everybody is equipped to be a CEO. And that's a hard conversation that I have to have with people, because I want you to succeed and win.
Yeah.
And you can still be paid as a business owner.
Yes.
Hire a CEO.
But do you think some people can like learn?
Yeah. And so other than this, so if they're not, so if you can, then I'm happy to like coach you, walk you through how you need to move, who you need to hire. Number one, so if you're a business owner watching this, you need to get an accountant and you need to get a lawyer.
Okay.
before you come to me. I ask that on my client application. Do you have an accountant? Do you have a lawyer?
And that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like the level of business that I take people to. It's like I'm setting you up for failure by not encouraging you to protect yourself for all the work you're doing. You're going to spend all this money working with me, and then what? You just out here, your business out here naked. no armor on, no covering.
No
you just-
accountant,
no
no attorney.
nothing. So if the IRS come
Okay.
knocking, you're gonna be scrambling. Somebody try to sue you, you're gonna be scrambling. Somebody take advantage of you, steal from your business, you're gonna be scrambling. And then now I have to deal with the chaos, and you're gonna be looking at me to help
Right.
you find a solution. And that's not what I do.
Exactly.
So I could be like, accountant, attorney.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, so why is it important when building your business, you need to develop a character and mentality for listening?
Ooh, that is
Listen to your
so important. So listen well, serve well, be the bridge. I say that I beat that into my team's
I
head.
thought that
Yeah.
was-
I beat that into their head. I quiz them randomly to make sure they know.
Uh-huh.
But I actually did like a YouTube short. Are you coachable? And I'm friends with a lot of not coachable.
Some people are not.
They want to do it their way. They want, and then
Yes.
even if they're failing, they still will not listen. You want to just knock some sense into them.
And I'm like, why would you pay for validation? You can get friends for that.
Yeah.
If you wanted a yes man, that's free. You can go get free yes
Because
man.
they think their ideas of what they're doing is good, and they want you to tell them it's good,
Yeah.
so they can continue. Because you're a professional, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh well, let me continue doing it.
Yeah.
But you're not saying it, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, pride is the fastest way to go out of business.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like if you can't,
That's the way to lose life.
it is.
So we're going to cut this short. We're going to go to break, and we'll be right back.
It's a brand new day. Hey. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day. Hey. Take a good day, make it great.
Welcome back. And we're going to continue with our interview with Queen Kima.
Hello. Okay, so I did want to ask, or I want you to explain why it's important to have a coach.
Yes, so it's really important to have a business coach because you don't know what you don't know. And I know that's cliche, but the reality is what I tell people when you're in the process of becoming, it doesn't make sense to try to decide on your own what that version of you should look like. It's uncharted territory for you. So you need to have someone who's already been where you're going as a guiding light. That doesn't mean you don't make decisions for your own business or that you don't have good ideas, right? But it just means like I'm literally going somewhere that I've never been. That's like if you're going to a foreign country that you've never been in and you don't have a guide, you don't have a map, you don't know where it's safe, where it's not safe,
Yes.
whether or not you can drink the water. You're just blind,
That's true.
and you're going to encounter unnecessary difficulties learning
Yes.
that environment when you could have just asked.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ask.
Yes.
It's a whole lot easier communication. So yeah, that's why it's important to have a business coach. I have business coaches, plural. Mentors. I surround myself with people that are more experienced.
Mentors are important.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. And one thing I want to say to my fellow millennials, stop asking your peers to be your mentor. People ask me to be their mentor, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm a few steps ahead of you. I may be a few chapters ahead of you developmentally in business, but your mentor needs to be in a different book.
That's true.
Like, your mentor needs
Somebody
to...
who has years of experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have at least 10 years on me, you can't be my mentor.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I need you to have some life experience.
I think they just see success and like, oh, well, show me how.
Oh,
to do this.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're making that money, so
Yeah, and I can be your peer, and I can be, a support and a resource for you. But I'm not designed to be your mentor. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that they understand that.
No.
I really don't. Because they think you're being funny. Oh, she up there now. Oh, she bougie.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
it.
know,
Yeah,
oh, now you up there. You're not. You can't help us now.
People don't give
Those
me
are the
that
things.
as much. When I was in music, that was the thing. But in business, I feel like I make myself really accessible with like events and things that I help put on. So somebody would look real crazy trying to say something like that. But what I will say is like what you were talking about earlier, people in a certain peer group or even mentality have a mentality of wanting to be validated.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're trying to get mentorship from your peer because you don't actually want to be challenged. You want to be validated.
Validated. Yeah.
So that's the problem. Yeah. Or the challenge, I should say.
Oh, do we need more challenges?
My home church mother, she used to say it's adding bricks to your cross.
Oh,
Like, God already gave you a cross to bear. I don't know why you don't want to put bricks on.
Makes it heavier and heavier.
And he's like, oh God, I can't do this. And he's like, put the bricks down. Yeah.
they used to tell us at church, you say, we having a, I have a problem doing this. I can't stop doing this.
Yeah.
And what can I do? She said, stop doing that. Yeah. Like, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Just stop doing it.
Yeah. We like to convince ourselves
Yeah.
that certain things are a process.
Yes.
And I have to like really challenge people. And it's not a fun conversation to have, but it's necessary. I always tell people I'm kind, not nice.
Yes.
I'm not looking to protect your feelings. I want you to grow.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, so just as to prepare anybody that was close to me, I'm like, are you sure you want that? Because I meet all the time. Like this person that you see teaching this lesson and giving resources, like this is who I am. I'm not showing up a version of myself.
Right.
So, being close to me just means more of that. Not less. It means you're gonna get a more raw, authentic version.
Yeah.
That's why people think I'm mean or serious.
Because when you meet people, like we were speaking once before, they always want to give you the representative.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, show me who you really are. Because then you
I'm
come to
like
that.
you. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
I mean, you call me mean, you call me
Yeah.
whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Or some
Now,
people
I may
think you're
have-
blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have to ask God to help me in my delivery sometimes.
Yeah.
But
100%.
I am who I am.
Do you want the truth or not? Don't leave me alone because
Exactly.
I'm going to give you the truth.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are.
I promise you, she tickles me. She'll say, don't talk to Lisa. And by God, they talk to Lisa.
You know
She wanted to, but then they get all huff and puff and mad. And she said, didn't I tell you not to talk to Lisa?
Right. You didn't take what I said
And
advice.
she told them, don't talk to Lisa. And that's what she did, what they did. And I didn't change anything. I just told them what it was. They just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is.
Sometimes people aren't ready yet.
Business,
And you plant a
personal,
seed.
anything. Yeah. They
Have
just
you
don't
ever had
want you-
anyone fire you because they wasn't ready? Like, oh, you want to tell me the truth? You didn't hire you for that. I hired you to tell me my ideas are good.
It's not directly, not in that way, but I did have one person get out of a project that way.
Oh.
They said they wanted to renegotiate our contract, and then they used that to forfeit their contract.
Wow.
They were in law. That particular person. They weren't an attorney, but they were in law. So
Yeah.
legally, it's like I can't sue you for not completing your invoice because I agreed to renegotiate our terms, and your choice was to exit. I was scared. I don't even know that.
The ones I choose to go, that
Nugget.
Yeah.
because people think,
Yeah.
people think like, oh, I'm gonna take my business away from you, like you're gonna fail. No, because you were a problem. So
Yeah.
thanks for leaving, headache.
Thank you.
As soon as you came out my hand, something else came in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You cannot
you
get
have to-
anything with a closed hand. That's
Yeah.
why my hand is always open.
Yeah, you gotta support the
Nothing-
blessing the same way you got it with your hand
And
up.
that's
Exactly.
with everything in life, though, because it's like if you hold on to some things, you might miss out on something great.
That is
Yes,
You gotta hold on to
absolutely.
something, relationships,
That is
business,
true.
all that.
100%.
When
Yeah.
you share someone else's blessing, you share someone else's blessing. I always say, if everybody give, everybody will receive.
Right.
If everybody
So tomorrow in
gives,
Dallas, we're gonna
everybody-
see some thunderstorms.
We had a thunderstorm last night.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, don't do it again. Not tonight.
Oh, the weather was horrible last night.
Oh. Did you see
I
how
slept
many
in.
tornadoes
Oh, no,
they
no,
say
they-
we had?
Really? I'm not surprised because the rain was like.
In April alone, it was like
Y'all getting on the weather.
We need to continue on with
Yeah.
Kingdom Arts business.
Queendom Arts.
What?
Queendom.
So, oh well, I guess you got
Business
to
change
Kingdom.
like
It all goes together. Queendom and Kingdom.
Yeah. Well, Queendom and Queen and Queendom.
Yeah,
Yeah, Queen and Queendom. Yep, they're one brand.
that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
So how do you see, or how are you different now from when you started?
Ooh, girl. Wait, we need another segment for that. If I were to summarize it, I would say I'm more patient
Okay.
with myself first, which
Okay.
gave me capacity to be patient with other people. I'm more confident. I know my
Okay.
value.
Okay.
I know my worth.
Yes.
And yeah, I think those things in combination makes me lethal. You know, and understanding like that I'm dangerous for the kingdom. For real.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so you move different
Yeah,
when you
you do.
really take that on, because I remember when the Holy Spirit first revealed that to me, I was like, what are you doing today? But it's like, no, literally, like we like to say that the Great Commission was to go forth and make disciples. And I'm not knocking that, but that's a Christian term. That's not biblical. The Great Commission was the first commandment God gave us, which was to be fruitful, multiply, subdue the earth, and fulfill it. So take dominion.
Yes.
Taking dominion
Yeah.
means to dominate.
Yes.
So being like, I'm don't play with me.
Absolutely.
In business
And
and
I think
anything.
in, like,
Yeah.
Being a woman in business, do you think people try to knock you down because you have that attitude?
You know, the only thing is my name with men of a particular ethnic demographic. And, yeah, that would be the only thing. And it's always like, is that your real name? And like, doesn't matter. You know, like doesn't matter. Like it doesn't really matter, honestly. But what I have accepted is that people either respect me or they fear me.
One or the other.
It's the same lines, just which side of the coin do you want to be on. So I don't take those people personally. I see everybody the same way.
Exactly.
So it's like you either respect me, I don't respect you either.
Brand new day. Wake up every morning and say it's a brand new day. Take a good day, make it great.
Welcome back. We have more with Queen Kima, finding out more about Queendom Arts.
And with that being said, Miss Queen Kima, what, if any, education, skill set, knowledge, any type of traits do you specifically look for when you're choosing your team?
Yes, the first thing that I look for before I even find out about character or any of that is, do they want to be a business owner? Because if they do, then they are not the appropriate hire for me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people will come on and they want the business experience for their own business. And
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
the place that I'm in. So I
Yes.
don't need a high turnover. I'm looking for people that want to stay, grow, retire
Absolutely.
with my company. We offer benefits, like all the things. And so it's like I can't build if like I'm having to constantly hire, train, onboard, and all that. So that's the
Exactly.
first thing. It's just a committed mindset
Yes.
of people who are team players who understand the power and the necessity of being a supporting role.
Yes.
'Cause I'm starting to show you. And you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid well. And you're gonna get paid well for supporting me. I can't do it by myself, and I need
Exactly.
people that can honor the fact that I'm asking for help. And then the second thing is, do they align with our company core values?
Yeah.
Honesty, always be impeccable with your word. Transparency
Yes.
always creates room for growth. Growth being a mindset that requires more decision making than applied action. So like we were talking earlier about people who want to make everything a process.
Yeah.
Like, no, decide. I
Yes.
need you
Yeah.
to be solution oriented. Wealth, meaning the wisdom and knowledge of heaven, which should
Yes.
be acquired and desired above all else. And then love generously and unconditionally. I believe if everyone's always giving, then nobody has need.
Yeah,
And so if
definitely.
your mindset and mentality can align to those core values, then you'll work well. I'm very blessed to have a team that like me and each other.
Yes.
And so those are the things that I look for is, number one, are you going to be committed? Two, do you have the character that aligns with our culture?
Oh, okay.
So education is not so much, not as important. So I'll get resources if you have like a learning disability or things like that. I can always teach you, because I'm going to have to teach you my process anyway.
Yeah.
And so I care a whole lot more about like character and commitment
Yes.
more than like how many degrees do you have.
Exactly. Okay.
I love that.
I know, right?
A lot of companies want you to have a degree.
Yeah.
And
it
just
doesn't
as
mean
crazy
anything.
and Cuckoo.
And bad character, poor character, dishonest, scheming.
Exactly.
Bachelor's degree,
Most of the time, you don't even use your degree because
Yeah.
they're going to train you how
Yeah.
they want you to.
I went to Baylor, and it's really the cloud. So I mean, to be completely honest, it's the doors that being a Baylor student got me in more so than any degree. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
And you said something important. You need the help.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can do it on their own.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
God didn't design us like that.
No, we're not supposed to do life alone.
Yeah.
Self-made.
Yeah.
No one is self-made. I get what you're saying, that you didn't go to school, you didn't, do this, you didn't do that, and you taught yourself, but you had to get it from somewhere.
And that takes it
And a lot
back
of
to why
people
people
throw
don't
that out.
listen
They
because they
always
want to say
I'm
they're
self-made.
self-made.
No,
Exactly.
I'm not self-made. I'm not self-educated or anything like that. And with all the education, it's a lot of people still without a job
Exactly.
Yeah.
and still without a business, and,
Exactly.
and still homeless and
Yeah.
still in need.
Uh-huh.
And
that
with
too.
all of that good stuff, who cares about, not who cares about education, but who cares about education? But
Yeah. So you can go ahead and tell us right now how you can find you.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's Queen Kima, Kima, and Queendom Arts for everything. I just don't want y'all to spell it wrong, Kima. So queendomarts.com is where you can find us. We have a YouTube channel at The Queen's Court. And speaking of solopreneurs and self-made people, we do have like digital products for you. So what will be coming out is the foundations course.
Yes.
The course is going to help you cover all the foundations of having a successful and sustainable business model. And we also have a community group called Breaking Selling. So reach out to us, 815-496-0637 for more information.
Yes, remember
Thank
you need a coach.
Queen Kima, for joining us today.
Yes.
This is the end of our segment, and we will see y'all next time. Have a good day. Peace.